Hey everybody, it's Galmadex and welcome back to some more Magic Arena. Today I'll be showing off the Decathlon Alchemy event that I streamed live on Twitch. In the description, the link below. This is completely a net deck. I'll have the link in the description below to where I got this deck list, but it played pretty sweet. I just wanted something mono red, something simple, because I am not the smartest constructed player ever, and I am very much a mono red player at heart. So when I heard that dragons was a thing, I was all in. So without further ado, here's my run through the Alchemy Arena Decathlon event. I have a feeling getting the Alchemy Arena token is going to be much harder for me, because I am not a constructed player. But I am somebody who loves to play a lot of limited, so we managed to get that one pretty fast. Also got really lucky. That was a great sealed pool. Morbid Opportunist, when you have like 4 great black removal spells at instant speed, is just absurd. Alright, so here we are in Alchemy. Let's see what we're doing here. This has to be a mulligan, right? In standard in an aggressive deck where you don't do anything until turn 4, that's just a mulligan, right? I don't know. How does standard work? Oh, it's not even standard, it's Alchemy. I'm calling it the wrong name. I feel like this is a mulligan. Alright, and then this is a keep. What does this do? Sacrifices to the top 7, reveal a dragon, put into your hand. So it's like a dragon mana rock, but then you crack it for a dragon later in the game. That seems pretty good. Get rid of a snow-covered mountain, we need to draw 1 land, or we get rid of Igneous Inspiration, we don't need to draw any. Or maybe get rid of Dragon's Fire, because we have Igneous Inspiration, which does... I guess it does 1 less damage. Dragon's Fire can do 4 because we have Regent in hand, but this lets us learn 2, which is great. Make sure we hit that next land. I think I like keeping this, because we can crack the orb if we get flooded. I think the one thing I don't like about the Call Time Christmas board is it's very bright, which is usually fine by me, but I changed the chat to be kind of more minimalist. So it's pretty small in the corners, so it's pretty hard to see when the board is super bright. So I figured I still want to have chat on screen, but I had some people didn't like how big it was. It was like getting in the way. So it's a mirror match. Here's Chandra.
Whoa, I've never crashed a wedding like this before.
It's like a card draw engine. They draw a card every turn off the +1.
You're looking a little changed.
Down to the Bugbear comes into play tapped here. Are we going to Igneous Inspiration anything, though? No. We could play Moonveil Region, actually, because we have the orb for the mana ramp. Whenever you cast a spell, discard your hand, draw a card for each spell's color. So discard your hand, draw 1 card. So we're not really going to do that, but we should still probably just play a big dragon. I like to sit up in my chair so much I keep cutting my head off. Not in the literal way, just standing too tall.
I'd love to.
Above the webcam. Hey, a Moonveil Region. Hey, a Chandra. This is a full-on mirror match here. Trade Regents. We can't kill Chandra. Chandra can do a damage to a Planeswalker, so I guess we can. We just trade Chandras here. Just be absolute goofballs. It's just red decks all the way down in Alchemy? That's hilarious. Oh god, you've become what is hated so much? The mono red in Alchemy? I'm just trying to get my Decathlon tokens. What does this do? See, I don't even know what my cards do. Deals X, where X is the number of colors among permanents controlled. Do 1 damage to Chandra. I guess? Stop it from, like, ulting?
You're just never gonna learn, are ya?
Oh... I'm not going to cast anything off Chandra. I'm not going to Igneous Inspiration their Chandra either. I think I'm going to play this tapped.
This little candle's gonna set your world on fire. Aw, you're looking a little singed. Let's bring things up to a
Gold
simmer.
Span Dragon. We're gonna get hit pretty hard by that. Or they just kill Chandra. They are gonna kill Chandra.
It gotta burn even brighter.
There's Inferno. We do have the mana for it with the snow-covered mountain. Alright. Can we kill them in 2 hits? I don't think so. We hit for 6, they're down to 14. We buff 3 times? Yeah, we buff 3 times. Next turn I hit them for 9, they're at 5. Inspiration won't finish them, so just kill Chandra. Can't kill them in 2 turns.
Come on, Chandra. I know you can do better.
No, no, double gold span. They definitely kill us in 2 turns. Fearsome Whelp gives us a chump block if they don't have burn. We have an environmental sciences to pick up with Igneous Inspiration. We have 6 mana, which means we'll have enough if we cast an environmental sciences, because we cast 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I think we inspiration and try to use that life gain to get a little bit of breathing room, so even if they burn spell our Fearsome Whelp, we're fine. For a turn. Or do we expanded anatomy instead? We actually don't have the mana for anatomy, we only have 2 after this. If we don't sciences and grab a land. Yeah, it has to just be sciences. It's the only thing we can cast. We grab a red source, use the red source to the orb to cast Fearsome Whelp and chump block with the Whelp. And if we don't get to chump block with the Whelp, that's because they spent a burn spell on it, which means we just take 8 and still survive with 2 life. That's the plan. We could still very much just die next turn, but we'll see. Yeah, just Frostbite right now. Do we not attack then? I feel like if they had a burn spell to hit us for lethal in hand, they would not have Frostbite right now. Because by Frostbiting right now, like now we might actually hold Inferno back, whereas otherwise we just wouldn't have, and then we would just die to the burn spell in hand. Or our opponent was just excited to slam down Frostbite. I don't know, I guess I have to hold on to this. There's so many things that can just kill me here. Like Inferno. I guess it's not trample, so it doesn't kill me, but I go to 2, facing 2 dragons. Dragon's Fire. If I draw a good enough dragon off Orb of Dragonkind, then I might survive. Goldspan Dragon is not good enough. It's not. Actually, yeah, no. Because the only way I get a treasure off of this is if it attacks. I can't afford to Dragon's Fire after I play this unless I attack and get a treasure. So I either save it on blocks and take 2, or I attack with it, then I kill 1 dragon and take 2. Alright. We lose that one. Unless they choose to attack with 1 dragon. Oh my god, the 3rd gold span. lose the mirror match round 1. Round 2. We are on the play. It's probably a keep, right? Yeah, 3 lands. Orb of Dragonkind. This seems pretty good. We're definitely playing this as a land because we've got a 5-drop in hand. So let's play it tapped turn 1 and take no damage. Play Den of the Bugbear turn 2 because if we play it turn 3, it'll come in tapped. Play our orb. Ponder our orb. Town Razor Tyrant turn 3 is going to be sick. Playing against a white-black from our opponent. Cleric of Life spawns. They're going to be the Orzhov Cleric's deck, which is going to be a lot of life gain, which could be an issue for us. What mana is more important to them, white or black? No idea. Never played against this deck. I'm just going to pick white. They have 3 mana out now. They're at 18, but they have Cleric of Life's Bond, gaining a life whenever they play a Cleric. Getting bigger and hitting me pretty hard. Righteous Valkyrie, alright, that's some life gain for sure. Any Cleric that comes to play the gain life equal to its toughness. We don't have any way to kill the Valkyrie. We're just going to have to try to outpace them in terms of damage output. So we're just going to play Goldspan Dragon. Start getting a bunch of treasure to dump out our hand real quickly. Down to 11, but they gain a ton of life this turn from Righteous Valkyrie. So down to 9. Any cleric they play gains some life equal to its toughness plus 1. So Voice of the Blessed, alright. Gain 3. Throw a bunch of counters on the Voice. They're at 13. I guess they gained 4 because Voice of the Blessed triggered 4. And now a Pyre of Heroes too. Inferno of the Star Mounts is going to force them to chump block or else they die. So we get to kill the Valkyrie there, and then we take like 8. Maybe like 12 maximum if they get a bunch of life gain triggers. I think we can survive a crackback just playing Inferno here. Yeah, I like this. Hold up the 1 red. Could spend 3 on Chandra if we want. Alright, so they're going to take 8. Down to 5. We can Chandra Dressed to kill. Deal 1 more damage to them. That gives us some card draw next turn. I think that's probably better than holding up 1 damage from Spikefield Hazard. I doubt that that is going to end up mattering.
You know what's great at dispelling darkness? A blazing inferno.
I guess I could even just Spikefield Hazard their face here. I feel like I would rather just play this as a land. That feels more likely to matter if we draw a card off Chandra next turn. We've got some high damage output on board here. I feel like if something wild does not happen here, then if we get another turn, we can beat them. But we might not get another turn. I don't know what their deck's capable of. They already have 8 power out, and they can get a lot of life gain triggers, depending on what they could get with Pyre of Heroes. What do you got? They're thinking it through. They have a blue source in their deck. I don't know what. For Glass Pool Mimic in the Cleric's deck. For another Cleric of Life's Bond. Get a lot of triggers there that way. Okay. It's 10 damage. Crack that to the Pyre of Heroes. Gets another Cleric out that makes it 12 damage. If it's one that gains life, it's 14 damage. I guess Voice of the Blessed doesn't add any, but Cleric does. Yeah, Cleric does, so they both get a counter no matter what this is, and if it's something that gains life itself, they get 2 counters. Okay, so it's not lethal. We take 11. They just attack for 6. They're at 4 life. Yeah, we definitely have lethal in the crackback. They scoop them up 1 and 1. So that's very much that black-white Cleric deck is like very much in a Johnny's Pride Mate kind of thing going on. See how things go in round 3. Apologize for the dropped frames. My internet is dying on me, it looks like. Hopefully it's not super bad. Slow hand. I'm gonna keep it though. Like the Igneous Inspirations. It's probably supposed to be a mulligan. I'll learn as I progress with the deck. Playing against a black. Mono black so far. Malakir Coldblade. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and Igneous Inspiration that. Because I'd like to learn a lesson. We'll grab... What am I going to play next turn? I'll have 4 mana. Just play Chandra and Frostbite. Probably. I don't think we're going to cast anything we grab here for quite a while. But Environmental Sciences would be fine. We are trying to get to 6 for Inferno. Environmental Sciences is probably better than grabbing a Mascot Exhibition. As much as I would love to, I can just grab a Mascot Exhibition off this Inspiration. After we've confirmed that we're going to get the mana we need to cast it. Typhoid Rats. Feel like our opponent might just be playing the default mono black deck. If that is the case, we should probably get this one. Because we spent a bunch of wild cards. I'm just going to run out Town Razor Tyrant here. Even if they just kill it, we're just taking 1. And their land is going to be damaging them, even if they kill Tyrant. Hopefully an easy game, then. It looks like the default mono-black deck, so... If it is and we lose, that is, that's really rough. But it's looking like a pay-to-win kind of game here. Alright, they sack the mountain, or sack the swamp. Yeah, I feel bad. I feel like they're just going to run up against a lot of this kind of stuff, running in the Alchemy event here. But they do have a new player decks event coming up. So there are going to be events that are definitely tailored to people who don't have a full collection yet. And obviously limited events are like that too. You can just do those. Oh. Kind of want to grab the land and make sure I'm casting Inferno soon. So do I want to Inspiration the Rats or play a Whelp? I think I want to play a Whelp. Whelp confirms I cast Inferno next turn because it makes it cost 5 mana. Chandra would as well, but then they might have removal for Chandra. They might have like Hero's Downfall or something. I don't know what's in that deck. I guess if they had Hero's Downfall, they could also kill the Whelp before my end step. So either way threatens to cast Inferno next turn. Looks like it's going to work out. The trigger's on the stack, so too late to kill it. Inferno is going to cost 5. Skeleton Archer to kill our Fearsome Whelp. Can Frostbite their Archer here, I guess. Because their Death Toucher can't block our flyers anyway, so we'll just do 3 to the 3/3. Just kill the higher power creature to take less on the crackback. Hit for 10 here. They're down to 6. I genuinely feel really bad right now. I feel like I hopped into the casual play queues by accident, and I'm just showing up with just some super expensive, just bomb mythic rares deck against a free-to-play player who just started. But, I mean, it's a win. I'll take it. It is what it is. Two and one. Yeah, I feel like they'll probably not rejoin after their experience in the first one. Yeah. Unless they really want to see like some alchemy decks and stuff, and they don't want to just like watch people on Twitch or YouTube or anything. I guess they could just hop in there and see what the competitive alchemy meta is like in an alchemy tournament. But I feel like you could just do that in ranked queues. Got nothing for Fearsome Whelp to make cheaper. But we've got nothing for the Orb to make cheaper. The Orb can draw us a card. I don't know. I'm going to play the Whelp first. Could be wrong. At least this thing can attack, I guess. Attack for 1. That's why you're not joining. I don't have the wild cards for this. Fair enough. Fair for sure. Yeah, the limited events are going to be sweet for anybody. I think I just start cracking orbs. Ponder all my orbs. 3 mana up from our opponent. They have snow mana. They're running play with fire. They could be mono red burn here. Not necessarily another dragon deck. They have Alchemist's Gambit in there. All right, this is something. Maybe some real aggressive deck that's trying to just Alchemist Gambit and mono red. We're gonna have 4 mana up here, so like Fearsome Whelp or Moonveil Regent. Probably Fearsome Whelp. Or Fearsome Whelp. What am I talking about? I thought that was the Tyrant. I'm still learning my cards. I'm so glad I didn't click on that thing. Yeah, we're taking Moonveil Regent. What am I on about? Good God. Let's just take the 1/1 flyer for no reason whatsoever. For some reason, I got Town Razor Tyrant mixed up. I thought it was called like Fearsome Tyrant or something. Alright, so we're hitting for 4. Maybe? We certainly are. Play 2 1/1 flyers, I guess. What they could have? They could have like a Pyroclasm style effect, like Vampire's Vengeance. That could get me pretty bad. I guess I could play an Orb and a Whelp. They don't have the mana to immediately crack the orb, but I can do it next turn. And now the other Whelp is only 1 mana. Mana Form Hellkite. When they cast non-creature spells, they get XX flying crazy stuff. We're just going to Dragon's Fire that, right? This can do dragons on the board. Reveal a dragon from your hand or choose a dragon you control. Okay, so we're going to cast this, choose a dragon we control. Deal 4 to that. Choose the 4 power to make it 4 damage. Alright, cool. Now I'm going to crack the orb here. See what we hit. See if I want to play this Shatter Skull Smashing as a land. Goldspan Dragon or Inferno? We can cast Inferno next turn because we're going to have 2 Fearsome Whelps out, so we'll grab Inferno. And then, alright, they scoop them up. I was going to attack for 5 and then play Fearsome Whelp, and then Inferno would cost 2 less, so I still get to keep Shatter Skull Smashing in hand. So that was just like a standard, just regular kind of mono red burn deck from our opponent. So 3 and 1 now. Well, yeah, I'm fine with it because the orbs are so good. Just crack them when you don't need the mana anymore. Draw more dragons. This deck's pretty sweet. Pretty cool deck. Green deck from our opponent. No turn 1 play here. Just play our orb turn 2. Gotta get it pondering the orb cosplay. Ooh, a landfall deck here. They can put basic lands from their hand onto the battlefield or return them to hand. Interesting. I think we just curve out here and play our biggest flyer that we can. I'm very excited to see what our opponent's playing here because I have no idea. That's going to be most of the decks I run up against. I just don't know the meta. This feels like some kind of off-meta deck, but I have no idea. Maybe there is a good landfall deck. They're going to have 4 mana turn 3. That's impressive. 3-color Naya landfall. Felidar Retreat. Uh-oh. I cannot kill a Felidar Retreat. That is a big deal. Definitely going to kill the Root Grazer now. Haven't seen this in the standard play queue. They've got synergies coming up. I'm killing that Root Grazer. Frostbite that. For 3. I'd rather play another orb. I think I would rather play another orb than Hazard or crack the first orb, because then I get to play Inferno next turn. Attack for 10 in the sky next turn. Put them to 6 if they just play some creatures on the ground. Another Felidar Retreat into 2 2/2s? No lands in hand. That is so good for me. So I guess we didn't need to kill the Root Grazer because it just had no lands in hand. Actually, no, we did. Because then they could have played Retreat and then picked up a land and replayed it there. We got so lucky this game. We probably still would have the win because they don't have any flying blockers, but the fact that they didn't get to immediately just go double landfall is pretty big. It's not over yet. If they have cheap removal for flyers, they're still in it. I don't know what they would in Naya. Unless they're like main decking plummets, which I doubt. There's gotta be some kind of lava coil type card in standard that's like 2 mana in red to do 4 damage to a creature. At least kill one of these. If they get like a landfall life gain card, maybe? Oh, Roiling Regrowth. Alright. Their creatures don't have haste, so... as long as, again, they don't get anything in the sky. Still got lethal here, but they are doing things. That's for sure. That's 6 2/2s. Alright. I think we just go for it. Alright. No removal in their hand. That was a fun deck from our opponent. Some landfall stuff. Looked like a homebrew to me. But they definitely had the cards for it. I'm assuming they've got a play set of all that they've played there. Just Felidar Retreat.deck. Stumbled a bit on mana for sure. We are 4-1. We are on a roll so far. And now we are in round 6. Okay. We're on the play with Fearsome Whelp turn 2. No way, that's a mulligan. Opponent starts with a Plains into Lunarch Veteran. Could be that black-white Cleric deck again. That deck seemed pretty good. Our last opponent with the black-white Cleric deck was like 1 turn off from killing us. Like if they were on the play, I think they would have won. So I'm scared of the black-white Cleric deck here. Which I'm assuming is what it is if they turn 1 Veteran. Turn 2 Orator. Yep, bunch of Clerics that are going to stack on those Ajani's Pridemate triggers, so if they play any of those kind of cards, the Pridemates are just going to bash in like nobody's business. Chandra doesn't do damage to creatures, right? She does not, so I think I'm on Moonveil Regent here. Goldspan Dragon's going to be real sweet here. Alright, 3 mana. Maybe mono white Clerics this time. Yep, Celestial Unicorn, a Johnny's Pridemate style card. Gain 2, make that a 5 power creature. I think our deck should be fast enough to still win this one, but we'll see. Yeah, just mono white life gain, not just Clerics this time. We can play Goldspan and an Orb from the Treasure produced. So they're going to gain a bunch of life, and they're going to crack in for a lot. 5, 6, 8. I feel like I'm going to hold Fearsome Whelp back to chump block the Unicorn. But get in with the big attackers here. It's possible that I'm supposed to have Shatter Scold something here, like the Orator, the Veteran. So maybe I don't play Shatter Skull Smashing as a land. I think I'm just hoping they don't gain enough life to where Inferno's just lethal next turn. That's what I'm going to go for. Next turn we can cast Inferno for like 3 mana. And buff it. So we're attacking with a lot. So we go that, and that to cast Inferno. We can buff it twice. We attack for 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So if they play 1 creature and gain 2 life, we kill them next turn. But if they kill Fearsome Whelp, they play 2 creatures and gain... They play 2 creatures, that means they gain 4 life. So we don't kill them. I gotta do some math here. We might be able to find a way to get lethal. If we don't attack with Whelp, they're at 18. Spend 3. We have 2 mana left after the 3, so we spend 3 on Inferno. Attacking for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. We have double red to buff Inferno. If we top deck a land, we kill them. So I think I take it all. Because if I top deck a land, then keeping Fearsome Whelp around kills them. And if we don't hit the land, we can still probably amass enough blockers to just block here. We top deck a land, so Shatter Skull Smashing, pay the 3. Play Inferno. Attack all. Buff twice. Oh yeah, Goldspan Dragon makes the treasure. Okay, so we had lethal without the land because of Goldspan Dragon. So I thought I had a sick top deck, but I already just, I'd got there. All right, I think we're 5-1 now. This is going better than I thought it would. There are more, certainly more players with home brews or like free-to-play style decks than I expected there would be. Alright, turn 2 Fearsome Whelp again. I'll keep it a little bit high on lands, but orb cycles. Opponent starts with a snow forest. A little scary. A little scary. Mono green snow decks are pretty great. And Faceless Haven turn 2. Alright, mono green snow it is. Uh-oh. Here's our turn 2 Fearsome Whelp. Lower the cost of Inferno and Town Razor Tyrant. Yeah, I thought it would be all top tier decks in this event as well. This is definitely a top tier deck. This is what I thought every match was going to be. We have a Frostbite. We also have Shatterskull Smashing. Does only 1 damage right now, but in the future that might kill a couple Sculptors. Kind of like just running out the Town Razor Tyrant. We're not blocking with Fearsome Whelp here. Maybe I'm supposed to Frostbite, bolt one of the Sculptors. But I'm going to play Town Razor Tyrant. Make them maybe sack the Faceless Haven. We're not going to chump block with Fearsome Whelp, so we'll attack with it. Alright, they take the 2, which means they need a lot of mana here, because they have double Sculptor of Winter and they're still keeping Faceless Haven. So that's scary. Something big coming then. Storm the Festival. Uh-oh. Gigantic Collected Company. Yep, Cemetery Prowler Wolfpack leader it is. Another sorceries cost 1 less, I guess. No attacks. Alright, so they're at 17. We hit for 5 in the sky. If we cast Inferno, we hit for 11 in the sky. If they don't have removal, we win, right? Because we hit for 11 in the sky, they crack back for 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Not quite lethal, but kind of close, kind of sketchily close. I think our best line is to just drop Inferno and hope for the best. Hope for the 2-turn kill here. They're down to 6. Alright. They took the damage, so they have committed. They are going to try to find lethal this turn. We'll see if they can. If they have a pump spell in hand, they do, because they have 18 damage, basically, if they activate a Faceless Haven. They only get a counter. Yeah, they only get a counter on 1 of their attacking creatures with that, so that's not bad. Tap out. They're just going to do as much damage as they can. That'll be game. Because that's not lethal. Down to 7. Alright. And there's the concession. 6-1. Only 1 victory away from getting our second Decathlon token. Maybe actually trying to get a Decathlon token in every single event. Alchemy was one of the formats I was the absolute most worried about trying to get the token for. So if we can get this out of the way, then I may actually go for it and try to get every single token. Historic might be even harder than this, though. Historic's probably going to be harder. But yeah, it's just the constructed formats are the ones that I'm like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'll just have to find some kind of mono-red, head empty, no thinking historic deck. We've had some close rounds. I feel like a lot of these games, it was like if our opponent was on the play, they would have won. Like against that mono green deck, maybe they were on the play. I feel like we were on the play, and then if they were, they would have won. Because it was like a one-turn thing where they could have killed us otherwise. And then that white-black clerics deck got really close too. Some of the rounds have definitely been against some weaker decks. Those rounds were much easier than I anticipated. Alright, so snow-covered swamp into shambling gas. This could be like the black sacrifice deck. I'm pretty sure this is a meta deck. Some kind of weird black sacrifice deck. Spikefield Hazard's actually sweet in this matchup. Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it's in the deck. And I had no idea. Because I don't know the format well. Another shambling gas, okay. So we play the orb this turn, probably. Probably going to have to pay the 3 on the Shatter Skull Smashing. I don't think we're going to Frostbite the Ghast. Yeah, we'll play our orb. Next turn we're probably going to have to spend 3 to get the Shatter Skull Smashing down and play Town Razor Tyrant. We take 1, and they're stuck on 2 mana, alright. If you're stuck on 2 mana, I believe Town Razor Tyrant is going to be one heck of a time. That's just going to be 2 damage every turn because you're not going to sack the land. Deadly Dispute, though, get a treasure token, draw 2. Should definitely hit their land then. I'm surprised they didn't do that during their turn so they could get land drop for turn. I'm going to put the burning on the snow-covered swamp because it's a flavor fail. It should turn into a regular swamp. No, I'm putting it there because if people are running snow-covered swamps, it's because they need snow mana, so snow lands are more important than non. Yeah, this is 100%. This is the sacrifice deck. They've got a Blood Artist out now. We probably just do whatever we can to kill Blood Artist. So we play Goldspan Dragon, sack the treasure to Frostbite it. Because I feel like leaving this Blood Artist out on board is a horrible idea. Because they're a deck all about sacrificing a ton of creatures. Infernal Grasp the Goldspan Dragon. Alright, well that counters our Frostbite then, because we're not going to have the treasure for it. The Goldspan Dragon nerf coming in hot for our opponent. The standard version would have given me a treasure token when it got targeted. So Cursebound Witch, when it dies, draft a card. Yeah, now they're drawing 2. They're draining a bunch of life. Sack deck going off. This is scary. Ooh, Inferno? We don't have the mana for it yet. We have 5 mana total, but that's only for dragons specifically. I think I can Inspiration and Frostbite here, and that seems good enough for me. Definitely kill the Blood Artist. Grab an Environmental Sciences. Make sure we can get to that Inferno in the future. Now that that's gone, we'll Frostbite the Stinger. Attack for 4, they're down to 7. We hit a land, we're casting Inferno next turn, which should hopefully get close to lethal. Yeah, they sacked their land. Now they're very worried about their life total. They're going to Curse of Leeches. Drains me for 1 life every turn, right? Yes. Okay, that's not horrible. They're tapped out, so we hit a land for Inferno, we win. No, we don't. We do hit Town Razor Tyrant, though, which is good, because now we can Environmental Sciences for the red source and play another Town Razor Tyrant here. And then we can play Inferno next turn. So if they don't gain 1,000,000 life, we can try to kill them next turn with Inferno. So I think we're shooting for Faceless Haven here to do the damage, and they take it, going down to 2 life. Needing all the mana to kill both our dragons here, I'm assuming. They just have a blood token, they don't have a treasure token. So they have 5 mana. This is a really cool deck from our opponent. The mono black sack, the mono green snow, those are both definitely meta decks in the format. They're down to 1. Does Townraiser Tyrant just kill them? It does! They scoop them up before I even cast Inferno. Is that 7 wins? I think it's just 6. I don't want to get too excited. I already forgot. Let's see. Oh my god! Mono red player at heart. 7 wins the first run of the Alchemy event. Okay. Mono red dragons is really legit. Wow. Alright, that is going to end the video for today. As always, if you're enjoying these videos and you want to see more, stick around, you're at the right place. There will be more Decathlon videos and limited videos on the channel in the near future. If you want to see me play live, you can check out the Twitch channel in the description below. And other than that, as always, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again very soon for some more Magic Arena.